Documenting your life is a form of self love. It's a way of leaving evidence that you actually existed. Not all of us are going to be celebrities, right? As celebrity, you have the media and paparazzi chasing you around and making videos and taking pictures of you. But as a normal person, you don't have the luxury of that, right? So how do you stamp your existence in a subtle way? How do you leave proof that you actually existed? Documenting your life is actually a form of self love. The more you take records of your daily activities, your monthly activities, your milestones, the more you can even reflect on your entire journey as a person, as a human being, in whatever title or whatever capacity that you actually hold. When we talk about documenting your life, um, you know, when I advise people to document their lives, it doesn't necessarily need to be in public records only. Remember when we were little, right? And we all had diaries, or okay, well, most of us had diaries, especially if you are a lady, if you are a girl. Many girls had diaries where you write everything that happened to you that day, your special activities, things you want to reflect on, your secret. That is actually also a form of documenting your life. It doesn't necessarily need to be when you post it for everybody in the world to see. It's the same way we read about history, right? Even how the Bible was written, it was written records that the disciples had written down, the prophets had written down, that people later found years on. And that gave us insights to the things that happened during that period, their experiences. You see, that is one of the advantages of documenting your life. When you document, when you keep these records, future generations can actually look back on the things that happen in your life. They can see your experiences. They can take lessons from there. Documenting your life is literally a form of preservation of your existence. Just think about all the famous people that we talk about, historical people. Just imagine that they never documented their existence in any way, because most of these people that we read about, they documented their existence themselves, right? It's not really other people that did the documentation for them. They kept records of their existence. So just imagine that they never did that. Some of them, we might not even know them today, right? Because there are no records, there are no documents, there's no evidence of what they did during their existence. There's no evidence to actually show that, yes, this is proof that this happened at so so and so time. So that's one of the benefits of documenting your life. And also for yourself as a person, when you document every step that you take, either for public consumption or for your personal, reflection, you begin to realize it is easier to measure your progress, right? You can still measure your progress without documenting. I mean, you have your memory, but there is nothing as authentic as something that is either written down or recorded, right? You would agree with me. When you document stages and milestones of your life, phases of your life, it actually gives you, like when you go through those records, you can reflect back on everything that happened. You can measure your progress. It's also a way of self discovery. Yes. Hear me out. Now, on my YouTube channel, I can see the most recent videos that I made. Let's say the last video that I made and the first video that I made. Watching the two videos, right, I can be able to measure how much progress I have made within that period of time. I can say that, yes, I'm actually getting better in this thing that I did, and I have gotten better at presentation. I have gotten better at speaking without a script, right? So looking back at what I documented a year ago and what I'm documenting now, I can actually see the progress. The same thing as like on my Instagram page, right? Videos and pictures that I posted, let's say 2, 3, 4 years ago, compared to the ones that I posted now, I can be able to measure, progress, not just in the way that I look, but in the way that I talk, in the way that I present myself. And so yeah, that is actually one of the benefits of documenting your life. Again, documentation does not necessarily need to be for public consumption. You can document privately. So it's like taking photos. People have family albums that they pass on from generation to generation, right? This family albums is not for the public, but it's for the family, right? Like if you are, let's say you're in your 20s, you're in your 30s, when you're in your 60s and 70s, you will be happier that you have records that you can show your grandchildren. Now, for you not to have recorded anything, in fact, nobody has ever regretted documenting their life, but you can regret not documenting. One of the reasons, one of the reasons people don't document their lives is because they feel as though they don't have anything to document, which is false. No matter how basic, no matter how boring you might feel that your life is, you still have something to document. Now, this is especially for people that want to, maybe start a YouTube channel or create content about their life, but they feel as though nobody would watch because they don't have anything fun or interesting to show. It doesn't matter really. Like now, I'm about to just go to the mall to get one or two house supplies, and I'm taking you guys along with me. So it doesn't documenting doesn't necessarily need to be left or kept or for something grand. You don't need to wait until something big, marvelous, and fantastic is happening before you take records. Right? You are not documenting the things, the special things that are happening. You are documenting your life. So even the boring days, even the basic days, even the routine things, they still make up your life in a way. They should still be documented, right? You can find joy in boring things. You can find joy in mundane things. Okay, so I'm getting ready to go to the mall, like I said, so I can get one or two household supplies. Just quickly change my outfit and just applying a bit of sunscreen because the sun outside, I dare not go outside without sunscreen. I dare not. I already feel like I'm, many shades darker because of the sun. To be an error to go outside without sunscreen. After waiting for a long 20 minutes, my ride is finally here. I'm going to the mall now. I wanted to add something. If you are documenting your life publicly, you don't need to let everybody know everything that is going on in your life. Documenting your life is for yourself, right? So if the documentation begins to take away your peace and your happiness, then you need to put a halt on it, right? Me personally, there are certain things that I don't share publicly, like my finances. Apart from the fact that I don't have a car, right? In case anybody is willing to start a GoFundMe for me. But other than that, I don't share my finances. I don't share my love life. It's not because I don't have one, maybe. But yeah, I don't share my finances. I don't share my love life. I don't really like to put my family out there when I create content, right? So that's just me. But for you, it may be other parts of your life that you don't feel like sharing, which is fine. There are so many things you can talk about without crossing your limits, without crossing your boundaries. Not everything is a topic for discussion. Not everything is content. Not everything should be documented publicly. So yeah, if you are thinking or considering or you've already started creating content, documenting your life, posting on YouTube or anything like that, it's not all parts of your life that you need to share with the public. There should be limits, there should be boundaries. Some things are best kept for yourself and maybe your very close friends that you know in real life, but it should not just be shared on the internet. Yeah, so that's it. Let's go. Oh yeah, and I'm taking this little tripod stand with me. I'm hoping that I get the chance or I'm bold enough to use it because I'm still trying to adjust myself to filming in public where everybody's staring. Yeah, so let's see how it goes. I might actually use it or I might not, but it's just a very cute, small tripod stand. Yeah. I'll be ending this video here now because I think that I touched on, the major points that I wanted to touch on in this video about why you should document your life, the need to. You don't have to document publicly, you can document privately with pictures, videos, a diary, or a memoir. It's like when people write their own um, autobiographies. And, I talked about if you are documenting publicly the things that you shouldn't, you would want to put a limit to the kind of things that you share publicly, no matter how much you want to document. And lastly, I want to say that one of the reasons people don't document as much as they should, I mentioned it before, that some people think that they don't have anything worth documenting. But another thing is comparison. If you are too busy comparing your life with the life of others, if you are too busy looking at other people before you live your life and do what you need to do, you may not, you may feel like you are not worth it, like you have nothing worth documenting because your life is not as grand or as fabulous as the next person. For example, you have someone, or someone who bought something new and you're talking about that thing, you might feel like you don't have anything new, so or your life is not as aesthetic enough. If you even scroll through my earlier videos on YouTube, you will see that I have a lot of videos that are not even aesthetic, like they're just plain um, videos. Really, I think the most powerful thing when you are documenting is the message that you are passing across, not necessarily your background. It's very important to just be yourself, which is why I didn't term it creating content. I said documenting, because if you are documenting your life, you're documenting your reality. It's meant to be authentic. So you're documenting what is real and true to you. You're not following trends, or you're not doing what other people want to see. You are just living your life the way that it is. You are presenting yourself in your original form, the way that you are. You are documenting your life. You're not trying to be something else. You're not creating, exactly, you're not creating content because this is your life. It's not something that you have to create. It's something that you're already living. Yes, so these are my final points from this video. It's something that really dawned on me recently, that as much as I want to pass across important, actually in all my videos I try to pass across important information. That I try to teach something, I try to inspire, I try to motivate, but I also wanted to share that while doing that I also found a way to document my life while sharing useful, valuable information. Some of my old content that I have on Instagram, I don't even have the original footage anymore on my phone. But when I see those content and I scroll through and I go back, actually means a lot to me. So yeah, you should document your life either privately or publicly. Thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in. I'm actually quite tired. I come from outside. The sun is a lot. So I would see you guys in the next video. Bye. While putting the video together, I noticed that the last part I recorded, the lighting was not that good. I didn't like the way that it looked. This is a basic rule for recording that I forgot in the moment because I was tired. If you are recording, you should stand facing the light. But the way I stood in that video, the lightning was behind me. The source of light was behind me. And it's not supposed to be so. For anybody that records, you know that when recording, you have to face the source of light, not the source of light being behind you. So while watching it, while I was putting this video together, I didn't like the way that particular one looked because the lighting wasn't good enough. And I thought about re-recording it, and I decided not to because I'm not striving for perfection. I'm not trying to put out a perfect video, but I want to be as relatable as possible. I want to be genuine. I want to be authentic. So if that's the way that video came out, then fine. I believe anyone watching it can still be able to get the message from it. But I just wanted to add this part to share my displeasure about how that video looked because of the lightning, and also to say that I choose not to refilm it again because I didn't think it was necessary. I didn't think there was a need to refilm it again because the message has already been passed across in that video. And I also just wanted to, for anyone who shoots something, right, and they feel like it didn't come out the way that they wanted it to, it happens to everybody, it happens to the best of us. So don't beat yourself up about it. Just know how you would improve in your next video, right? Bye.